Hey, girlfriends! I don't know who is on today, but I am so excited to be here connecting Friday, 2 Fridays in a row. We're on a roll over here. We're on a roll over here. I'm just going to go ahead and wait to see who comes in. Today's main topic is, of course, ask me anything. But it's also about talking about the fact that products don't need to be overly expensive. Now, I didn't get a ton of new questions coming in. So today's live, it may be shorter, it may be longer, fine. But what I did want to do, since we have some extra time, is go through those products that I've tried from like start to finish. So I opened it, I tried it. Did I like it? Comments, thoughts, all that stuff, so that you're not wasting your time purchasing products that may or may not work for you, right? Hey, Mary! Oh, look at us. Our chat is working perfectly today. What is up, girlfriend? How are you? Honestly, it's so good to see you. It really is. Whoever's popping into the chat right now, let me know who you are. Yeah, let's connect, let's jive. It's Friday night or Friday evening. It is Friday evening here where I am. Let me know if it's Friday evening where you are too. But really, really happy that the week is done. Y'all, it's been a hectic week. If I'm being totally honest, it's been a really hectic week for me. I'm super excited because tomorrow is actually the Black Law Students Association of Canada. They've got their moot court, which is like a false moot, fake court, where students from the different law schools get to go in and play around with their legal skills. And I'm going to be a judge. So I'm really, really excited. I get to wear my robes. Let me know if you want to see photos from that. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. Oh, hi, Nadoom. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Hey, Patricia. Thank you so much for coming through. You guys should know that this is a weekly session. So I am going to be here on. I'm going to try to come every Friday. If something extenuating or random is happening in my life and I can't, then of course, through the community tab, I will definitely let you know that something is happening and the live is canceled. But just know that you can definitely go ahead and put this in your schedule, that if you're so interested, that every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be here talking about Fine Natural Hair. Now, if you've got really keen eyes and you've been on the Fine Natural Hair Rocks channel page, thank you so much, number one. But number two, there are some small changes coming. And if you're on this live stream, then you're going to be the first to know that the channel is expanding. So Fine Natural Hair, getting comfortable with your Fine Natural Hair is kind of like a small part of personal development. It's a small part of, self-discovery and coming into your own and really owning who you are and becoming the best that you can possibly be. And so, while we will continue to explore those parts of ourselves, because Fine Natural Hair Rocks will always be Fine Natural Hair Rocks, there is going to be a little bit more happening here on the channel. And we have tried to do that in the past. It didn't launch as successfully, if I'm being totally transparent. I don't think people were as interested in it, but I think it's really important nonetheless. And so, moving on forward, we're going to be talking about natural hair, personal development, as well as lifestyle. So, keep your eyes locked on Fine Natural Hair Rocks. Those changes will be coming towards the end of February, but they'll absolutely be coming. Hi, who's that? Hi, Kelly. What's up? How's it going? Good to see you too. Thank you so much for coming through. So, the title of today's live: natural hair products don't have to be expensive. They don't. They absolutely don't. There is no reason to be spending an arm and a leg on natural hair products. Now, I do think there are some natural hair products that, just are part and parcel with good, healthy hair practices. And that's true. Those products might be a little bit more expensive, but they pay off time and time again. Now, I've been using, and I'm going to talk about it. If you've been on here on Fine Natural Hair Rocks, you know I talk about it a lot, but it's literally because it works so well. And that's the Revere. The Revere has really helped me to stretch out my curls and to stretch out my curls on a regular basis. So, full disclosure, I am a partner of Revere. After becoming a partner of Revere after purchasing my own and after realizing that, this device really does work. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the chat. There is a Fine Natural Hair Rocks coupon. That's Fine FNH Rocks. And I'm literally going to put that in the chat right now. So, the way I use that product, and I find that it's actually created a situation whereby my strands are always stretched out. So even right now, they're stretched out. I'm wearing it to the side in a cute little side bun, and I've been rocking this blowout for about the last week and a half. Now, I've got tightly, coily, kinky, fine, natural strands. Strands that love to kind of just, love on each other, connect, all that good stuff. And so I've been seeing a ton more length retention. I've also been saving a lot more money by not having to go to the salons, by not having to, fight through my curls to just not love up on each other so much. And the thing is no matter how many detanglers I use, and I've got a lot of products over there, I've got a ton of detanglers. I'm always in a situation where it's literally just still tangling up on itself. It's still causing issues. I still am seeing much slower length retention as a fine natural than, say, if I had thicker strands. And so I really love the Revere because it's been able to help me with that part of my journey, in the sense of like blowing it out in a way where, it doesn't completely take away all the texture, but at the same time, allowing for that greater manageability. Hey, Carl, thank you so much. Thank you for coming through. Carl, for all of you who know, that's Mr. Fine Natural Hair Rocks. And he's always here to support. So I really do appreciate that. But yeah, so I decided to just, I talk about it a lot, not because I'm partnered with Revere, but because it actually works. And it's one of those things that has saved me money. I don't go to the salon. I don't. Is my styling, really good? Do I have good styling hands? No. I'll be honest with you, it's not a skill that I personally have, but I do find that, using the Revere really does help me to have strands that can be more manageable into more everyday styles, more low manipulation styles. I sleep like this. The only thing that I really, touch up every now and then would be my edges, just to make sure that those are sleeker. Sometimes I just leave them, let them be too. I mean, you don't always have to have sleek edges, right? So there's that. The other part about products that I don't feel needs to necessarily be expensive anymore, especially in 2023, is like your deep conditioners or even like your shampoos. Like you can go to the pharmacy and get all of these products and get them for pretty decent prices. Now, if finance is something that's a concern for you, if finance is something that is always, front and center on your mind, then I would definitely encourage going ahead and purchasing things when they're on sale. Although I'm sure most of you already know that. But there are places that have things on sale as opposed to going directly to the website. I find things are cheaper sometimes on Amazon. I find that they're also cheaper sometimes in the pharmacy, those places where, maybe they're just trying to get rid of product or they've got a lot and not a ton of people are purchasing things. That's a good opportunity for you to jump on it. So, that's kind of my quick tips in the sense of like, you can save your money. Like, with natural hair, one of the reasons why I went natural is because, again, like I didn't have good styling skills. And even though like I didn't put in the time to learn those styling skills, being totally honest, like I did spend a ton of my time, honing my career as a lawyer, leaning into my studies, becoming a lawyer. And so yeah, I got a little bit of skills here and there in terms of learning how to deal with my fine natural strands, just by virtue of being a broke law student. But it's not a skill that I would say is part and parcel with the professionals and the stylists. So something that I did learn though is how to manage my hair. And the things that I talk about here on Fine Natural Hair Rocks are meant to help you do just that, to empower you to take care of your own hair yourself, so that you're not spending how many thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars putting it into a stylist's hand just to deep condition your hair. I mean, I don't pay for deep conditions. I don't pay for shampoos. I definitely don't pay for blowouts anymore, thank God. That initial investment of $500, that's one device that I purchased 3 years ago. And that one device is now, taking care of a blowout session that usually here in Canada costs about $100 and $120 once you factor in the wash, the deep condition, the blowout, all of that stuff. So that's the reason why I keep talking about Revere ad nauseum, because it really is one of those products that is like revolutionary. I really, truly do love it. Love Yourself says the pharmacy always has good deals. It absolutely does. It really does. I literally just went to Shoppers Drug Mart, which is a popular chain of pharmacies here in Canada, and they had my Yellow Organics on sale for like 50% off. Like, that is amazing. They also had, what else did they have? They had a lot of Shea Moisture products too. Haven't used Shea Moisture that much in the past. I do have quite a few Shea Moisture products down there at the bottom, but it's not something that I use very often. Now, if I were in a bind and I wanted a good natural hair product, would I purchase Shea Moisture? Absolutely. I think it's a fantastic line. And I think, aside from the drama, controversies, all that stuff that happened in the past, I still think that it's, a good, decent product if you need to use something quick and you want something that's cheap. And Walmart, which is in the US and Canada, also carries both Mael, both Shea Moisture. I know they carry the Main Choice, as well as some other, product lines that are known to be really good for fine natural strands. Kalina Glory, my hair is bougie. Hey! She hates cheap products. Hi, everyone. Hey, Kalina. You know what? I hear you. Once your hair experiences the good, it's really hard to go back. But the thing about the cheaper products, well, number one, you can get the good stuff for cheap. So there's that. But if it's not on sale, you could definitely go ahead and purchase something that's cheaper. It will have, in my view, I've noticed it has like a topical good effect. But is it something that you want to be using forever to nurture the actual strand itself? I don't know. I don't know. And so, and to be honest, I haven't used it a ton to know that either. So, I mean, in that case, I would say definitely, do what you can until you can use better, because those more expensive products, I agree with you, Kalina. They definitely do make a difference. Patricia says, I don't like too cheap. Excuse me. I don't like too cheap products as well. Or either rather. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I have used a bunch of different products, both cheap and expensive. I'm looking down because I've got a whole bag of empties that I'm gonna share with you today. So here it is right here. So we're gonna go through those. Oh, and I'm losing something. So we're gonna go through those together, and I'm gonna let you know what I thought about each. Now, okay, let's start with the one that fell because it's been falling and it's driving me crazy. So, Patricia says I look at ingredients carefully. Yes, that's important. Looking at ingredients, knowing what's there. Before we jump on into this part of the live, please, if you're watching, go ahead and give it a like, and also subscribe and hit up that notification bell button as well too, so that you never ever miss another video and you never miss an opportunity to join these wicked lives. Like, these are fun lives, if I do say so myself. Am I biased? Yes. Do I think it's true? Yes. So, I mean, here we are. So let's talk about, yes, my beloved. Oh, I love that name. Jesus is the only way. Amen. We got some church up in here today. Love it. So, yeah, ingredients are very important. And I would say that that's the reason why I have, a little bit of hair going on, some length, some inches, because ingredients are important and because I've been focusing on it and because, what I ingest, I try to also put on my strands as well too, so that I'm not, again, incurring unnecessary breakage and unnecessary damage. Please, if you're new to the live, go ahead and like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit up the notification bell. I'm gonna keep on saying that because those things really matter, and I want to be getting to as many curl friends as possible. So let's talk about this product that has been dropping out of my hand 24/7. This is the line is Actively-Long. It doesn't really matter about the line, but it's 100% argan oil. Now, a lot of companies will talk about 100% whatever, and then when you look on the back, it actually doesn't have 100% of whatever it claims to be. Not only is that false marketing, and yes, it's illegal, but it's also annoying. Like, let's be real, it's annoying, right? And so what you want to do, like so many of the girlfriends in the girlfriend chat already said, you want to look at the ingredients itself. So I don't know if you can see that, but it does say that it's Argenia spinosa kernel oil, which is like, the scientific term for argan oil. This bottle of argan oil I use to take out my kinky twists. Now, I've been talking a lot about like how to remove your kinky twists in a healthy way. There's videos here on Fine Natural Hair Rocks. If you've got, braided extensions, the tips apply to any type of extension. So whether it be goddess locks, braided extensions, kinky twists, whatever, it applies to it all, right? And so, this has been really good to remove the clump of dirt that usually is at the top and to kind of soften things out, especially if you've got tighter, coilier strands similar to mine. You need a little something else to help it kind of like slide on out. Now, you could use detangler as well. I personally find that the detangler has far too much water in it, which causes the hair to revert. Because if you're anything like me and you're applying your extensions, you're applying it to like blown out strands, right? So for me, I'm applying it to my strands after a fresh repair session. And so I don't want that hair, when I'm taking it on out of whatever the extension style is, to go ahead and then revert, because then it's like reverted curls, which is really difficult to deal with on its own. on top of the dirt, on top of the old product, like it's too much. So what I found was that the oil doesn't cause reversion, and also it has a tendency to break through the dirt in a way that was really good. So I finished this entire bottle just removing those kinky twists. Nadum says, I get oils from wholesale companies. I know what I'm getting. Exactly. And the nice thing about wholesale companies is that you can get a lot of that product, right? For a lot cheaper of a price. So I personally, like, I do have some memberships with wholesale companies as well. I should be taking advantage of it more often. Right now, I have a moratorium on spending because yeah, there's far too much stuff over there. There's no need to be buying new products. However, I'm always open to connecting with different hair care companies, brands. If they want to send it, fantastic. If not, that's fine too. The next product that I really liked and I will repurchase, and I do like the price point, is this one right here. So this is the Mayel Moisture RX Hawaiian Ginger Moisturizing Styling Gel. This is really nice to lay edges. Now, the thing about fine strands is that when you're laying your edges, you need like those heavy products. Like you don't need Gorilla Knot glue or whatever that thing is called. Like not the one that the lady who went viral put on her strands, not that. But you don't need super heavy gels and pomades and this. You don't need it because with fine strands, a little really does go a long way. And I find the consistency of this, in addition to like the texture and like the viscosity, like it's perfect for fine strands. And this is literally my second bottle. I will repurchase it. It does retail here in Canada for about, I want to say I've seen it for as cheap as $8.99, $9.99 on sale, sometimes even $7.99. Like I've seen it cheap. And I know it's cheap in the US because I've seen it super cheap in the US. So this is something that's great. International curl friends, I'm so sorry. I always talk about US, Canada because that's what's pretty much local to me. But I know that Mayel, since being picked up by Procter & Gamble, is probably available on the international forefront as well. So that's good. Like you're not really, being excluded, so to speak, from this conversation either. Cabello Foshoko. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'd like more dense hair. Are there products that promote the development of new hair follicles? That is a fantastic question. So, not that I know of scientifically. Don't quote me though. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I find that there are things that you can do though. So, ever since August, I did pick up a very regimented 4 to 6 times per week exercise routine, and I have noticed that my strands look thicker. Now, there also is some anecdotal evidence to suggest that if you start, massaging your hair, you're going in and you're doing that on a pretty frequent basis, maybe on a once per night basis, that tends to stimulate the hair follicles to produce more strands as well, which will make it look thicker. I also find, again, purely anecdotal, that Ayurvedic properties work really, really well. So things like fenugreek, things like what else is there? Like, oh, what's it, Brimraj, I think it's called. Like basically, if you just do a quick Google search of those Ayurvedic ingredients, anything that has Ayurveda in it, I find is really, really good at doing that. So Ayurvedic ingredients is just another word for like herbs, vegetables, that kind of a thing. I find those are really, really nice in different hair care products. And a lot of the natural hair care companies that we talk about actually do, they're leaning into more Ayurvedic type ingredients. So things like eucalyptus, I just did a quick Google search, y'all. Rosemary can be used in hair care. Like there's so much out there. And, the hair care industry is really picking up on that as well. Nadum says, does the gel have a strong scent? So I'm going to see what's in there. There's a little bit left. Very little bit. No, I mean, I like scents. So it has a perfumey type scent to it. There's just like a little clump back there that's like dried out, but it does have a perfumey type scent to it, but it's very pleasant. If you are someone who doesn't like strong scents, Mayel products do tend to be stronger scented. So you gotta, bear in mind that piece. But I do find that like it's a nice scent. I mean, we're talking about Mayel, so let's continue. This is the pomegranate and honey moisturizing and detangling shampoo. This is one of those shampoos that actually do that. I do find my strands feel more moisturized. They're very easy to detangle. Like this is the type of shampoo that I would use after taking out extensions because the hair is just doing the most. Like it's dried out, it's tangly, it's got dirt in it. Like it's just doing the most, and it's at such a fragile state. Like if your hair is gonna break off, it's after a bout of like extensions for like a month and a half that's gonna make it break off the most. And whenever I go in with this, I don't really have to worry about that much. Now, this product was actually very cheap as well. I will say, if you're in the US and I were you, I would hold out for the Mayel sale if you've got patience. So I know that like a lot of the time the demand overwhelms the actual amount of people who are working there, and it can mess up their supply chain. But their products get really cheap. Like I got this years ago, just before the pandemic at Essence Fest, and it was like $5. And it was literally one of those holy grail products that I purchase again and again and again because I know that it goes on sale. Now, Beauty Club Outlet is also here in Canada, and they've got these products on sale as well. Shout outs to Black History Month. It's a Black owned company. And so if you want to purchase Black hair care products or Black led brands of hair care products, if you know what I mean, from a Black owned business, then, Beauty Club Outlet is really fantastic for that. Hey, Kirsten, what's up? Okay, so Kirsten says Zyphasis. I think I'm spelling it incorrectly, but it helps to thicken your strands. It's in the Ayurvedic category. I purchased mine from Henna Souk. I've been hearing about this Henna Souk, and y'all, I've been wanting to try it so badly. But I am on a challenge to, again, finish this. And so I haven't purchased anything. Like I am not allowed. I'm telling myself I am not allowed to purchase any more products until I get through this. But the Henna Souk line is something that I'm very interested in. And for the girlfriend who was asking about Ayurvedic products, Henna Souk is chef's kiss. Like it is so good for Ayurveda. Henna Souk, I think, is a good one. Y'all know how much I love Sultanicals. I mean, it's up there. You can see it at the top shelf. Also, who else is really good for Ayurvedic? Oh my gosh, Oyen Handmade. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Nature's Little Secret. That pre-poo, which I'm going to show you right now. This is my second bottle, or second jar, rather. This is the Nature's Little Secret Fenugreek Detangling Pre-poo. And you guys, this is amazing. It is so amazing. It's just fantastic. Like, I pretty much used all of it. I purchased about 2 more jars during their Black Friday sale. And the thing about it, having thicker, longer, fine natural strands, like, Boohoo Crimea River, like, there's no issue with that, right? But it does mean that you go through your products more quickly. And so I do find myself using an entire jar of this in like 3 goes, whereas before it would take 4, 5, 6 goes to finish a jar of product. Because I love this so much, I find myself using more and more and more of it. But this is something that I am willing to pay import fees. I am willing to pay, the ridiculous currency exchange rate, inclusive of inflation, even all those things, just to get my hands on this. Because speaking of Ayurvedic, the ingredients are amazing. And on top of it, so is the actual, the way the product performs, right? Kristen says, I love that shampoo. It's so good, honestly. Like, I am not affiliated with any of these hair care products. Whatever I'm affiliated with, girlfriend, I will let you know. But the ones that I'm talking about right now, there's no affiliation. They literally just work, and that's the reason I'm sharing it with you. Because I want it to work I want you to find what works for you. So that's what's going on in this little empties sharing thing here. Nadoom, yes, Henna Souk is great. Just opened their Colombia location. That's fantastic. Yeah, if I ever visit Colombia, because I am on a little bit of a travel expedition this year, I will definitely go and check out Henna Souk because it looks amazing. TJ says, where do I get that pre-poo? Online. Yes, you can get the pre-poo online. It's on Nature's Little Secret. I would suggest to get it when it's on sale. They do have sales quite frequently, but if it's not on sale, it's actually kind of expensive too. I find that, let me do a quick search while we're chatting here, but I do find that it goes for a little bit more money than, say, like the pre-poo that you would have gotten from African Pride, for example, or even the Curl Piece one that was like everybody was going crazy over. I find this one is the exact same thing. However, the ingredients is what makes it the superior product. So it's the Fenugreek Detangling Pre-poo. It retails for $22 US in the States. So $22 US, Canadian, it's a lot. It's a lot. So um Nadoom says Columbia MD, my bad. Yeah, no worries. I had a feeling we were talking about the States. That's the States, right? Columbia MD? It is. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the States that you're speaking of. The next product that I really, really like, if you've been watching Fine Nature Hair at Rocks, I've been having some issues with dry scalp. I know quite a few of us also have those issues too, especially in the colder months. And so I was previously using Head and Shoulders, and that was good, but the ingredients are terrible. And so I switched over to As I Am Dry Itchy Scalp Care, the olive and tea tree line. And this stuff, it's finished. It's in my empties, and I am definitely repurchasing it again. In terms of ingredients, it's got as the top, I want to say top 3 ingredients, water. The next one is aloe barbadensis leaf juice. And then it's got all of like the chemicals that, a shampoo would usually have. But I find they're healthier chemicals. They're cleaner chemicals as opposed to something you would find for like $3 or $4 or at the dollar store, that kind of has a similarity to Head and Shoulders. Now, there's quite a few, products that will say they can target scalp care, and having itchy flakes and stuff like that. This one has ingredients in it, medicinal ingredients. It's got 1% of an anti-dandruff for seborrheic dermatitis medicinal ingredient in it, and it's called zinc pyrithione. So this stuff has all of the healthy hair ingredients. It's a natural hair care brand in addition to that medicinal piece. And it's something that I use all the time and my hair loves. So I will absolutely be repurchasing that as well too. Um, so Kirsten says, for the person that was asking about Ayurvedic products, the one I have is called Zizyphus, and it's a hair wash. Nice. I've got to look that up. I've never heard of that. I've actually never heard of that at all. Totally new to me. It sounds good. I'm definitely going to check it out. So thank you so much for sharing that. Nadoom says yes. Okay, good. So it was the States that I was talking about. TJ, I usually use the Curl Piece Pre-Poo Detangler, and it is great, but only $6. Yes. So thank you, TJ, for bringing that up. That's an example of like a product that, it's very similar to something like the Nature's Little Secret for $22, but and it performs in the same way. So I have tried out Curl Piece, and I have tried out African Pride. And I do have those videos here on Fine Nature Hair Rocks. If you're interested in them, I'm going to go ahead and share both of those videos with you right now. But I find that, they operate the exact same way. But if you're looking for long-term benefits, I don't know if that's necessarily there, right? So here it is for the Curl Piece one. If you want to save that for after the live is done, or if you wanted to check it out now, whatever you'd like. And then I'm going to also share the African Pride Pre-Poo one with you as well. Because I think that those are perfect examples of a product that, again, if you don't want to spend all your coin on it, you can absolutely find something that's going to do pretty much the exact same thing, but may not have the Ayurveda to go with it. See, I see a couple Curl Friends. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with Curl Piece too. Yes, Curl Piece is on point. Like, it really is on point. I love it. And I'm gonna keep on using it. I mean, there's the import piece to all of this, right? And importing takes time. If I'm in a bind, you best believe whether Curl Piece is there or African Pride Pre-Poo is there, between the two of them, I'm gonna pick up something until I can get my hands on Nature's Little Secret, because that kind of, that texture as a pre-poo is amazing. It really is amazing for fine strands. Like, it just allows everything to like brush past each other and not break off. Cabello, hoping there will be a video about homemade products. Okay, so I don't do a lot of homemade products. It is something that I am interested in doing, especially with Ayurveda, because I do notice that Ayurveda is different than, just regular products on the market, in the sense that it tends to really improve the integrity of the strand, I find. And again, that could be anecdotal in nature. I don't know if it's scientific, but I do find that like Ayurveda helps, and there's tons of Ayurveda that you can play around with. I also have a big jar of like fenugreek, because I've been reading that fenugreek can thicken fine strands. If you're interested in knowing whether or not it actually does thicken fine strands, I can definitely make videos about that. I did purchase it with the intention of thickening up my strands. I also have fenugreek tea that you could do like a fenugreek rinse with, like a tea rinse. I don't really do a lot of rinses, but it's something that I want to try with my hair moving on forward to see if that makes a difference as well. So the next product is something from since 2015, since forever. I've been talking about this product, and this is the My Help Basu and Mint Deep Conditioner. It's amazing. I literally just finished this last wash day, and yeah, there's nothing more I can say about this. Like, I think this is like part and parcel with the Revere, where I talk about it a lot. Even with all the drama that was happening, like, we're not breaking up. I love my Mayel. This is staying right with me, no matter what. When you find something that works, it works. Hey, what can I say? Like, I've struggled with my hair for so long. I'm not about to like stop using things just because it was just too much work to find it in the first place. This is the Oyen Handmade Hairdo. This is another Holy Grail old school product. Very, very nice. It smells delicious. If you've got one of those noses that are very sensitive, I don't find that this scent of this is overpowering. I find it's a really nice, clean scent, and it does really go a long way. So moisturizing, leaving lotion, and a little bit really does last. Like, you can apply this to your hair today. And today being Friday, you might not need to reapply if the moisture levels are good in your hair until maybe Sunday or Monday, which is great. Kalina says that protein conditioner is top notch. It really is, right, Kalina? Like, just like the way, like, the moisture and the protein and the balancing, like, I kid you not, I swear I should be a spokesperson for my hair on this one product. Like, I stopped using it in 2023. So I stopped using it in 2019. And girlfriend, I saw the difference. I really saw the difference in my hair, and it wasn't in a good way. Like, it was it was a lesson learned. I need this in my life. Like, whenever I'm confused about my hair, I don't know if it needs protein, I don't know if it needs moisture. Boom. And it works every single time. Island Girl says, I can't use those pre-poos. My hair likes oil-based ones. Island Girl, thank you so much for saying that. These pre-poos, they're going to work for you only if they work for you. And you will only know if they work for you if you try it out. So hair can have a pre-poo that's oil-based, or it can have a pre-poo that's water-based, or gel, and those gel-like consistency ones. Like, pre-poos come in lots of different textures and different states. And so if your hair prefers oil, definitely go ahead and use that. I was at a stage in my journey when I was also using oil. I was using coconut oil, to be exact, and that was really good at the time. And since then, like, I've changed, but there is a place for oil-based pre-poos, and I'm really glad that you brought that up. TJ says, what pre-poo is oil-based? So, TJ, for me anyways, I'll let Island Girl speak for Island Girl, but for me, I know that I was using the coconut oil. I was using at one point extra virgin olive oil. That didn't work too well. My hair doesn't really care for olive oil. What else was I using? I think that was it. I wasn't really using anything beyond those two that I mentioned. So yeah, yes, Kalina, Oyen is old school. They've been in the game forever. Like, I swear, like, ever since the, natural hair care movement has been going on, I think it's been strong since like 2009, 2010 in the early days when there was like Folky and stuff. Let me know if you know about Folky. Like, y'all, I've been here for a minute. I've been here for a minute. Not as Fine Natural Hair Rocks, but definitely as an onlooker to the whole scenario, just trying to understand and learn and grow my fine strands, right? And of course, back then, there wasn't this understanding of like different types of natural hair. So I was over in these streets, in this growing natural hair community streets, thinking that I had like natural hair just like anybody else, and trying to follow the things that thicker stranded naturals do, and then really feeling defeated when those things don't work. So anywho, it's just so nice to see like how far the natural hair community has come. And on that note, I want to recognize the fact that we're growing fast. Thank you, girlfriends. Like, you have been sharing videos. You have been, tuning into all of the new uploads. You've been here, and now we're literally like almost at 6,000 girlfriends, which is like mind-boggling to me. Like, it truly is mind-boggling to me in the best of ways. Well, thank you so much, because you have been showing me so much love, and I absolutely love you right back. So thank you, thank you, thank you. The videos will be coming strong. They will be, absolutely. Kelly says, will you be leaving all these products down below? Yes, I will. Kelly, give me about like a good 24-hour window just to get them in, logged in. If you want to purchase from the links, a small piece of that goes towards Find Natural Hair Rocks, the back end things, just running stuff at no extra cost to you. So I will absolutely include all of those things in the description box. Right now, you might be able to see quite a few of them. So something I haven't talked about a lot, but it's actually there, is my Amazon shop, which I have as much of these products as possible listed in the Amazon shop so that you can go ahead and take advantage of, number one, quick shipping, and then number two, an avenue to purchase and to support while purchasing Find Natural Hair Rocks. So Island Girl says, make my own pre-poo. I used olive oil with a tablespoon of honey. Honey is really good. I learned the benefits of honey when I first started using the Tejan Honey Miracle Hair Mask. That stuff's amazing. Like, I haven't used it in a while because it has DMDT in it. And I'm not a big fan of DMDT, but honey is amazing for my strands. My strands love it. Tell me how much olive oil because I ran out of my pre-poo and need to wash tomorrow. Oh my gosh, so you have an immediate situation. Yeah, you guys, I love that you guys are like back and forth on that piece, because you know what works for one curl friend might work really well for another. And if I was in a situation where I never had any more pre-poo, I was washing my hair tomorrow just like TJ, I would absolutely just look for the olive oil and do something with it. The other thing that you can do if you don't have any or any olive oil or any type of oil, you can use like a conditioner, depending on your strands though, right? Like if you've got super tightly curly strands and your hair is like really dirty and it has like a lot of gunk going on it, I don't know how beneficial the conditioner might be, but I do know that a lot of curl friends, especially when like conditioner based pre-poos was a thing, was using those conditioners. So that's another option as well too. Nadim, neem, and sesame oils are great pre-poos. Yes, absolutely. So those are fantastic ones. I feel like grapeseed oil is a little bit light. I do feel like it might be able to work though. I see that there are some people coming in, some people coming out. Welcome to Find Natural Hair Rocks. If you are watching this, go ahead and don't forget to give it a big like so other curl friends can find us too. And also subscribe and hit up the notification bell if you haven't already. Just highlighting this for whoever's making their own pre-poo, from Island Girl to TJ. She used 3 tablespoons, leave it on for at least an hour. It makes detangling after washing a lot easier. Boom, there it is. That is the benefit of a pre-poo in one beautifully stated comment. So definitely go ahead and check that out. Thank you, Patricia. Patricia says, I'm still at work, but I am listening. I just used the Nature's Little Secret pre-poo. How did it work for you? I know you said you're listening, so comment when you can. But how did that work for you? Because y'all know how I feel about it. All right, here's a product that is an empty, but it's not an empty because I like it. Like, let's be real, it's not a product because I like it. It's not an empty because I like it. It's an empty because I used it once. I hated it, you all. Like, I honestly, like, this shampoo is literally one of the worst shampoos I've ever tried in my entire life, and it's because it made my hair feel more tangled up on itself. And like, I think I used it twice because I was like, no, there's no way this shampoo could be this bad on my strands. And yet it was. And this is one of the limited edition products. And I'm so surprised because I love this line so much, from Sultanicals. So this is their carrot shampoo, their vitamin hairdo. You guys, this thing is terrible. Like, honestly, like for my strands, it just caused more tangling. Like, it really wasn't moisturizing at all. It definitely didn't have a detangling effect. And so how did I manage to finish it? I used it to clean my makeup brushes. Like, girlfriend, I'm somebody who, yes, I'm a lawyer. Yes, I have a healthy income. Yes, I have a YouTube channel, which, by the way, if you guys are interested in knowing how much money Find Natural Hair Rocks is making, let me know, because I'm willing to do a video to show you the back end about what all that looks like with the advertisements and stuff, because I'm fully about being transparent over here. But I don't like to waste money. And like, it was really burning my heart that I went off and spent my own money on Sultanicals and the product didn't work well. Like, it did not work well at all. So over the course of, I want to say, a year and a half, I just took my time and used this up on all of my brushes. It was a fantastic cleanser. Like, my brushes, especially the ones from Makeup Forever, and also like all of my like natural hair brushes and the silicone ones too. Now that I think about it, like the plastic ones, they really cleaned up my brushes really nicely. So if you've got a shampoo and you absolutely hate it, it's not doing what you want it to do on your strands, throw it on your brushes. Like that's a really good way to, yeah, use up the shampoo and not waste any money by just chucking it in the garbage or like making it go, like just ignoring it in the cabinet somewhere. Patricia says it worked well, made my hair soft and manageable. That's awesome. Yeah, you know what? I believe you. Well, I had the same experience at the Nature's Little Secret pre-poo, so that stuff is good. Kalina, oh wow, carrot is usually a nice ingredient. It is. You know what I think was the issue with this? So it does say that it has biotin, MSM, silica, and horsetail. This has a protein effect to it, and a lot of people will go ahead and use this, and they'll have protein in their shampoo, and then they have an experience similar to mine, and then they feel like their hair is protein sensitive. There's no such thing as protein sensitive, but there is such thing as using protein in an inappropriate way. And I don't think protein is a good thing to have in a shampoo, at least not for my hair. My hair didn't like it, and I will never do it again because the protein shows up in like the first 5 ingredients. So there's a lot of protein in this. Like it's pro vitamin B5. So it's got water, sodium lauryl lactylate, potassium cocoate, carrot seed oil, and then the 5th ingredient is the pro vitamin B5. So I think that's what caused the issues for me. I don't know. I can't know for certain, but it's not something that I will ever do or use or buy or any of those things ever again. Island girl, I use carrot oil on my hair and scalp. I haven't really used a lot of carrot oil. I'm sure that it would work really well if I were to give it a chance. Oh my gosh. See, so you guys, if you wanted to know how strong the love was for Nature's Little Secret, I lied. Look how many are here. I thought I had only 1 or 2. But there's actually like 3 empties here. You guys, this is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. I'm just looking at this and laughing because it's like, I didn't even know that I had like 3 empties of the same product. That's how much I love it. It's a holy grail. Like I don't use any other pre-poo other than that now. But I'm gonna have to learn something. Well, I have 2. So I have 1 that's open and 1 in my stash. So yeah, I'm on jars 4 and 5 right now, which is crazy. It's kind of like fighting with the Mayaba Basu and Mint for like my favorite product ever. TJ, I literally returned the Camille Rose Sweet Ginger shampoo. My hair felt like sand was in it. Whoa. But I also have fine high porosity hair and my hair hated that shampoo. I've never used the Camille Rose Sweet Ginger shampoo. I find Camille products tend to be quite like thick in nature, and like my strands don't really like thick products. Like they like runny products. I don't feel like my hair is like the target audience as it relates to hair for Camille Rose. And the products that I've tried thus far have all been like really good and really amazing on thick strands. And then on my fine strands, no. Just no. Island Girl says protein is bad for my hair, makes it hard and stringy. Yeah, you know what? I do find that depending on your climate and depending on your hair's characteristics, protein acts differently on different strands. It's really, really interesting. For me personally, like, the products that I tend to put on my hair the most living in Canada is moisture rich because the air is always assaulting my strands, ripping out the moisture from it. I always need to be like putting it back in or doing things to protect it. So like right now, it's freaking cold. It is so cold outside. I think today was like minus 17 degrees, which is insane. I don't know what that translates to Fahrenheit, but just know it's very, very cold. Like there's a cold alert right now. And so in circumstances like that, I don't go outside with my hair like this. Like I put on my bonnet and then I put on my toque and then I keep it moving. And for those of you who don't know what a toque is, like a hat, a winter hat, I put that on, keep it pushing, because going outside with my strands like this, that's asking for dryness and break. Actually, that's not even just asking for dryness and breakage. That's begging for for dryness and breakage. So, prevention is key over here. Prevention is cure. Like I don't play that game at all. Kalina, the ingredients have changed on that shampoo. Yeah, a lot of these companies tend to like, play games with the products and the ingredients that we love the most. And, two Tuesday look around and it's like completely different than what you had before. Island Girl's got high porosity hair as well. Kalina says Camille Rose Sweet Ginger rinse ingredients have changed for the worse. That sucks. I hate when that happens, when you find a product that you like and it just doesn't work well for you. Speaking of things not being cheap, though, I've got another uh product here that I bought for my hair, and then it just didn't work well for me, so I repurposed it. And this is the whipped pudding rich shea and aloe cream from Oyen. So this actually this is it's marketed that you could use it on, it says great for low porosity and dry hair. So because it was a butter, I was trying to use it as a sealant. And I noticed it was just weighing down my strands far too much, like creating a really stringy look, no matter how little of it that I used, which makes sense because the main ingredient is actually the second main ingredient is shea fruit butter, the first ingredient being water. Has an amazing scent. I mean, it's completely Finnish, right? But it smells good. It smells so good. I love the scent of shea butter, and like the way Oyen did it, amazing. So what did I do to repurpose it? I literally used it as a cream, and I put it on my feet, my elbows, my knees, and my husband used it too, and we just finished it off, and it's, been good to go. And I bought this a couple of times too, not for my hair, but for my skin, and I've really enjoyed it. I think it works really fantastically. So we've got quite a few more products in the bag. We're getting to the bottom of it. This is the Super Fro Ambunu Hair Care Girl from Sultanicals. This is a purely Ayurvedic product. So this product has cinnamon in it, ambunu, cayenne pepper. Ambunu is a really good Ayurvedic product, by the way, for fine strands. I find it has like a protein effect, but not as strong, if that makes sense. Like a strengthening effect, which is good. Like you can use it on a regular basis and not feel like you're using too much of it. This Ambunu hair girl was really nice. I like the fact that it had like a tingling effect to it. I don't think Sultanicals carries this on a regular basis. I feel like this was one of their limited edition products, but my hair loved it. Honestly, like it's completely finished. I'm so happy we're talking about these products because I've been saving them for you so we could talk about them, and now I'm gonna check them out. But or the bottles anyways. But yeah, this has been really good. Once it comes out again, I will definitely check it out. And if there are other hair care lines and brands that use ambunu or even cayenne pepper or cinnamon, I don't mind the tingly effect. But if you do have like something going on your scalp where your scalp is sensitive, or maybe like, for whatever reason it's sore, the cayenne pepper and the cinnamon in it will kind of exacerbate things. So just be mindful of that. But I really did like this deep conditioner. And it was marketed, let's see, it was marketed to prevent buildup from common problems that cause hair loss like dandruff and fungal infections. I was also using this when I had like a hair issue, a scalp issue. So I was having like the dry dandruff and stuff like that, and my edges were falling out, which I maybe sensibly or not too sensibly decided to document here on Fine Natural Rocks. Every time I see that video, I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks so bad. My edges were so bad. But yeah, I was using this and it really did help to bring things back. So yeah, Sultanicals helped me there. This is one of the most moisturizing deep conditioners I've ever tried, and I only became aware of it through my girl Kenya over at Power in Your Curl. Shout outs to Kenya. She's amazing. Let me know if you know about Kenya and Power in Your Curl. She also has fine strands. Her strands are much more looser in texture than mine are, but the products that she recommends are working like amazingly for me. And so I found out about Curl Origin through her line, her YouTube channel and her brand, and her social media rather. And this stuff is fantastic. It is very moisturizing. If you're looking for nothing but moisture, this is going to really, really help you. Really, really love it. It's for dry and damaged textured hair. And they're based in New York. So I love that stuff. Let's see. Ooh, there's quite a few comments. Okay. If your hair is dry like mine, I recommend Curls and Potions and Chemet Biologics products. Sorry. So when I was in New York, I did see that they had Curls and Potions, I think. They had that at Ulta. And Chemet Biologics products. I feel like I've seen it. Maybe I've seen it online, but I don't know if I've seen it in Ulta. Actually, yes, I think I did see it in Ulta. I think so. But again, I saw them during the moratorium on spending, on spending on hair products. So definitely on my list to try as well. The thing about having too many hair products is, for me, it's almost like it feels stressful because it's like, I don't know what to use on my hair. Like there's just so much stuff over there. Everything is good. Like it's at this point, yes, I want to save money, of course. But it's also like just, it doesn't do good things for my psyche to have like all of this, clutter and products, and like it's just it gets to be too much. So I'm actually very, very happy that that I'm gonna be throwing, away all of this products. And you guys have seen it. You don't need to see it again. Speaking of not seeing it again, this video is going to remain permanently here on Find Natural Hair Rocks. So if you miss bits of it or you want to come back to it, it's absolutely going to be here sitting on the channel. YouTube changed things around. And so right now, you can hit up the live tab, I believe, and you can see all the lives. So this should be the one, the latest one that's here. Kalina says botanical conditioners are a hit or miss for me. Yeah, a few girlfriends have said that. I see Island Girl says botanicals doesn't work for my hair. Yeah, like some people like it, some people don't. Not all of the deep conditioners perform the exact same way on my strands either. And so sometimes, and it's very hard for me to get botanicals as well. Like botanicals isn't a brand that is just easy to find in the pharmacy, easy to find in the beauty supply store even. Like it's not easy to find, period. Like you have to purchase it online, which means as a Canadian, I got to go through the import and the exchange fees thing too. So yeah, it's very difficult. Kalina says she loves that overnight mask. Yes, honestly, botanicals is everything for my hair. Everything. TJ, who else uses a good scalp brush? I find that it helps with using less shampoo and for stimulating hair growth. So, are you talking about those brushes that kind of have like the silicone teeth to it, and you can just use it to play with your scalp with it? Like, is that what or stimulate growth on it? I wonder. Okay, perfect. Ulta, Island Girl says Ulta and Sephora both sell Chemit products. So Sephora Canada? Yes. I was just gonna say Sephora Canada doesn't sell it, but I think they do. I think they do. Hey, Blackroom Butcher, how many women can... Okay, so that person is going to be hidden. We're going to go ahead and block the user, number one, and put the user in timeout because we're not here for that. Yes, I saw that, Kalina. There was a full-out troll in the building. Haters. Like, why do people do that? Anyways, we're not even going to pay that any attention. We're not going to pay that any energy. Island Girl says, who trolls our hair video? Right? Like, do something else with your Friday night. What is wrong with people? Okay. So this product right here is the Mayel Rice Water Split End Therapy. I was using this to, I was having a split end issue. And while I didn't think it was going to cure my split ends, I absolutely didn't want more split ends either. And you know what? It did perform. I finished it. And I've got another one over there in my stash, and I'm working on using that as well. I don't have as many split ends as I did in the past, which is fantastic because I've been on top of my trims and I've really been taking care of my hair much better than I did in the past. So, there hasn't been that much issues with it. But for the amount of controversy that was around this, it really does work. I find it worked. I liked it. And I did purchase it again, and I will purchase it again. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I'd purchase it again after what I finish up, just because, like I said, I don't really have those issues anymore. And I find trimming the hair helps. But I mean, if I was in a bind and I wanted to do everything possible to fix the situation, then maybe I would repurchase that serum again. Cabello says, is it possible to retain length without protective styling? Yes, absolutely. I feel like there are styles that you could do. So for example, this isn't a protective style per se. This is more of a low manipulation style. I leave the hair alone. I think that piece is very important in terms of leaving it alone. Maybe as much as it's not a protective style, it's not like I'm going in and styling it 24/7, but I think that makes a difference. And I think if you're somebody who's using very abrasive, high manipulation type protective styles regularly, like the kinky twist or like the braided extensions, then chances are you might probably benefit more from a low manipulation style like this. Now, if your strands are a lot shorter, you can even get away with wearing a cute curly wash and go, which, some people say it's a protective style, others say it's not. I'm kind of in the middle. Because on one hand, I can see how it could be a protective style with the gel cast and stuff. But then on the other, I feel like it's not a protective style because the ends are kind of exposed. So I'm in the middle. But I say, you don't necessarily have to. But if you want to use all of the methods available to you to retain length as quickly as possible, I think it really does help to protective styles. Curl and Potion for rice water. I've got to check that out. I keep on hearing about that. I really do. This product is amazing. So this is my favorite co-wash, and it's not marketed as a co-wash, but it is a co-wash. This is the Sultanicals Mega Greens Butter Shampoo. It's a heavy shampoo buttercream, and it's funny because it's marketed as a heavy shampoo buttercream, but it doesn't apply heavy. It applies very nicely for fine strands, and it's something that I will again and again and again. Really, really love it. I've got some more of these in my stash. And Sultanicals recently added this to their permanent line of products. So I will definitely be going on in and purchasing more once I get through my own stash. Because again, Sultanicals is one of those products that I only purchase when they have their 50% off or 40% off sales, which is usually around Black Friday. And I want to say they have another one around Independence Day as well. Like all of these hair care companies do those two major sales, Independence Day and then Black Friday. Josanne Simmons is watching from the Caribbean, Trinidad. Hey, Trinidad, jump up, Trinidad. Sorry, guys. The West Indian came out in me. I'm of West Indian descent. My family is from St. Vincent. And so, yeah, whenever I see, the Caribbean all up in here, I get excited because, yeah, that's my people. That's my roots. That's so cool. I want to be in Trinidad. Hey, speaking of Trinidad, Josanne, did Trini Mass start yet? I know that's coming up. I've wanted to go forever to go jump up in Mass and listen to soca. You guys let me know if you're into that stuff because it's amazing. It really is. Oh, love it. Soca and my heart, they're one. Kalina, I love the buttercream. I love all their butter shampoos. Yes, the butter shampoos are very popular in the natural hair community. Like I find most people love it. I haven't heard a lot of people who hate it. Maybe there are people who don't necessarily like it, but this is something that I feel like they're known for. Their buttercreams are amazing. Oh, Kalina says my husband is from Trinidad. What? So you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what the Trinidad love is like. It is so nice. It's a wonderful island. I haven't stayed in Trinidad, but I've like very briefly because they've got like one of those like connecting airports in the Caribbean. So like, I'm usually going to St. Vincent or even Barbados. And so you can connect. Actually, Barbados usually we fly in direct, but I know for St. Vincent, especially before we got our international airport, Trinidad was a major hub to use to fly in. So this is the Sprout Rice Vitamin Butter Shampoo. This one is available at Walmart. I like it. This is an example of a protein-rich or more, yeah, protein-rich. It has fermented rice grains, biotin, and MSM. Protein-rich shampoo that actually worked. And I think the reason why it actually worked is because it's got the buttercream element to it. So is it something I would repurchase? No, because the buttercream that I really, really love is this one right here, and that's the Mega Greens one. I don't need protein in my shampoos. I think it's too much for me personally. My strands are medium porosity. They used to be low porosity, but now they are medium. And so I don't need that much protein. I really don't, especially in the winter months. It's just too much. And then last but not least is this styler right here, which, my gosh, this has been here forever. This is the Curls Dynasty Twisted Definition. I really love using this for braid outs. I love using it for twist outs, which I do very rarely. But it's a very nice styler to use on top of like blown straight strands if you're looking for hold and you're also looking for a nice amount of sheen and shine. And it smells very nice as well. So it doesn't smell very good right now because it's been there for a while, but it usually smells good. Ooh, it smells really bad, but it usually smells good. So that last scent is a strong reason to throw those items out. Those are going into the recycling bin because, that's quite a bit of plastic, but they're going in the recycling bin. And yeah. So, curl friends, it's been so good hanging out. I wanted to stay tonight for about an hour because I do need to read up on these factums and all of these legal arguments. I've got all of this to read tonight before tomorrow to prepare to preside over the moot court. I'm so excited to robe up to be, sitting in the court at the judge's bench, listening to my colleagues and the young lawyers who are going to come up behind us, young Black lawyers at that, present their arguments. And it's just a really good time. I haven't really been in the traditional law space for a while, and I've been missing it. And I'm really, really excited. My husband is going to be doing the exact same thing. He's also presiding over one of the moot courts as a judge as well. So I'm super excited. We're both going to be all robed up. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Josanne. Josanne says, nice channel. Thank you so much. So stay tuned for Monday. Monday, I am going to be talking about, what am I talking about on Monday? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm talking about. How to grow long, fine, natural hair in 2023. So you guys showed so much love to the 2022 version of this video, and I wanted to bring the 2023 version because of course some things have changed. Things are always changing, and I want to make sure that you're up to date on that. So definitely stay tuned on Monday for when that video drops. Thank you, Kalina. Kalina says smart and beautiful too. Thank you, gorgeous. I appreciate that. Island Girl says you're a lawyer too. You rock. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys are absolutely amazing. And it really warms my heart to connect with you on a Friday night. I know there are so many different competing interests and deadlines and kids and work and all kinds of things you could be doing with your Friday night between 5 to 6 p.m. But you're here on Fine Natural Hair Rocks, and that really means the world to me. Believe me, it really does. So, yes, that's it. That's all. I will see you on Monday for our weekly video. Until then, let's stay connected in that community tab because there's always some kind of goodie in there each and every day. And I think a couple of you have started to notice that. So, yeah, love you lots. See you soon. Mwah. Bye.